So while the rest of the world looks at this week's Sports Illustrated bathing suit issue as an opportunity to indulge in carnal lust, I think of this time as a teaching moment to warn against the perils of debauched kinesthesia. So I'm looking at the cover girl, Kate Upton, looking at some of the things she's doing to her body, and it's just setting her up for pain and possible injury later in life by the way she's arching her back and compressing her neck. You can get away with this kind of stuff when you're 19, but as you get older, these habits become more and more ingrained, and they create all these unnecessary layers of tension and compression. So I want to go through some of her leading poses in this week's bathing suit issue and show how they can be done with good use. So, for instance, in pose number 4, okay, she's arching her back and tipping the neck back. So you don't want to compress the neck because there are more joints in the neck than anywhere else in the body. So instead of compressing the neck, think about freeing the neck from unnecessary tension and directing so that you would take up your full space in the world. Then the place you want to bend is at the hips. You don't want to be like severely arching your back. It's just like it's not good for the spine. So just kind of think about lengthening through your whole torso, kind of like this. Okay, so that's number 4. So these are photos taken in Cairns, Australia, and the swimsuit here is by Gucci. So now in number 5, we have young Kate doing active rest. So what she needs actually, a couple of my books under her head so that she can support the neck. And, okay, so, maybe I need to be over here a little bit more. There. Okay, so now she's got one hand down here, one hand here. Okay, so the neck is free, my head is releasing away from my torso, my whole back is lengthening and widening. I'm directing to my knee, freeing up in my hips. I'm letting my forehead and my face be free. That's how you pull off that active rest shot. Okay. So, in some of these shots, Kate totally loses the present moment, and she forgets to wear her top. Now, okay, this is a very dangerous pose she's doing here. This is number 6 of 50. And so, she's again, bending in the middle of the back and kind of compressing the neck. So you don't want to compress the neck. Just gently wish for the head to release away from the torso and direct from the hips to the knees. And, okay, yeah. So this is how to do pose number 6 with good use. And it's important to stay in the present moment. So one of the ways you can do that is just by taking note of your surroundings. So she's in Cairns, Australia, and just take note of the ocean, and you can practice this in your own room by trying to see the opposite walls at the same time and just taking note of all your surroundings and listen for every sound that you can possibly hear. And then don't focus on it, but just let this be like a background hum, and notice your feet resting on the ground, hear all the sounds around you, see the world around you. And, okay, so pose number 7 is pretty uneventful. She's just between a couple of rocks. Okay, so here she's severely debauching her kinesthesia in pose number 8. She's wearing Swimsuit by Maui Girl by Debbie Wilson. Okay, so she's kind of like this. But this is like monkey. She really wants to be in monkey here in pose number 9. So it's just like you're about to take a serve, in tennis. So you're prepared for any eventuality. So she's got her hands up here by her hair. You just want to be directing from your hips to your knees. And so your whole upper torso, your head, neck, back, should always be in alignment. She's really contorting her back here in the middle of the back, and it's just not meant to bend this way. Her back's all arched. That sounds good in certain romance novels. She arches her back. It's not really good for kinesthesia. So you want your head, neck, back always in alignment. So here's the football. So I'm reaching out for the football, and my head, neck, back are all in alignment. My neck is free, my head's releasing away from my torso. You don't have to dress like a slut to look like a cover girl. So I'm impressed that you can do these poses with good use, and you can also dress modestly like me. Okay, so there are a couple of poses where she's forgotten her top, because that's what comes when you're not paying attention to the present moment. You forget that you're topless. And so she's kind of like this. Or she's like this. So you want the neck to be free, the head to release away from the torso, and then think about lengthening through your torso, widening across your back and across your chest. And let there not be excess tension in your hands when you're covering up here. Just let your hands be free and easy. Think about directing from your shoulders to your elbows, from your elbows to your hands. And think about your fingers lengthening. Then there's another shot where she's kind of like this. So again, you think about length from your lower torso, sending direction through your torso, up your neck, out your head. And it's kind of like this. But you can let go of the excess tension in your face. Allow your arms to be free. The neck is free and the head's releasing away from the torso. And then there's some poses where she's kind of like this. And you can still do this with good use. You can just think about a little support for the head. 2 copies of my book on American Jewish journalism are just ideal for this, for me anyway. I need about 1.25 inches of head support, so yesterday's news tomorrow inside American Jewish journalism. 2 copies under my head. Then legs straight up, hand under my head, and you can do this pose with good use. So some of the other poses in here, they're really not suitable for a pious Orthodox Jew such as myself, so I'm just going to cut this short.